In this video, we're going to talk about what's a better way to make money in the stock market. Should you do peso cost averaging or should you trade using support and resistance? In this video, we have an actual case study of buying and selling, checking out which will yield better returns. Peso cost averaging or support and resistance trading. So if you want to know more, which is better, what will make more money for you, check this video out. Hi everyone, this is Marvin Germo, and if you're new to this channel, I'm a stock market trader and investor. I've been investing for more than a decade now, and in this channel, I give you tips, I give you strategies, I give you principles on how you can make money in investing, in business, via entrepreneurship, and also in the stock market. So if you want to be updated in all of the videos that I create, I post daily videos with one goal in mind to help you so that you can reach your goals of financial freedom. So if you want to know more about this, super appreciate it if you can subscribe and hit the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing. So what are you waiting for? Stay till the end of the video and enjoy the rest of this presentation. Hey guys, so as you all know, I've been posting videos based on all of your questions, and I posted a video between peso cost averaging versus technical analysis versus trading, which is a better scenario. And in that video, it was more on pro technical analysis, more on if you know how to time the market, it will give you a better yield, it will give you a better result. And I've mentioned it, and I've been very honest from the start. I'm not a person who does peso cost averaging, and I like trading the markets well because, or just being very how do I put this, very specific on valuations, because it doesn't make sense for me to buy when it's expensive. It doesn't make sense to me to buy also when it's at resistance. Hence, I'm not a big fan of peso cost averaging, but I do believe that there are some people that it will work for some people, it will not work for a couple of people, and that's why we give you this video so you get a scenario on what actually works. So in this video, this was what I got a reply from the previous video that I got. This video is inspired by Patrice. She used to be an attendee of Stock Smarts. I met her in Stock Smart Singapore. I think it was 5 years ago already in Stock Smart Singapore. She used to live in Singapore, but now she's in Melbourne, Australia. And what she did was basically this. She made a study on which worked for her the best. Was it buying peso cost averaging specific amounts on a regular period of time, or when she attended Stock Smart, she figured out that, hey, I can use support and resistance also for investing. So the context of all of this still is investing, not her buying and selling. It's just basically using support as an area for her to buy and using resistance as an area for her not to avoid. So the whole study basically will be this. Number one, peso cost averaging by at a specific amount regardless of where it is, versus support and resistance, meaning you will only buy when it hits the support. It doesn't matter how long you wait, but every time it hits the support, you start allocating, and every time it's at the resistance, you don't do anything, you hold your positions as well. And before I continue with this study, please remember this. It's a misconception that the only application for technical analysis is trading. It's not true. Technical analysis also works for investing, so you can make money also in the markets via investing using technical analysis. So let's continue. So just to read what she sent me. This was a couple of days ago. This was just a couple of hours ago. Hi Marvin, attached here's a sample PCA that I mentioned. I did this a long time ago when I was starting out to study stock trading. I had a friend who was buying Ali every 15th of the month, so I was simulating it. Two scenarios was having to accumulate 1,000 shares for 36 months to check the cost difference. The other tab is to set an amount for the whole 3 years, which is a test case of 800,000 pesos, to check which will give me the most value for money in terms of number of shares and average market price. So she gave me the sheet. I modified it a bit so that we could have more context in this video. And I hope that if you guys, by the way, this is just one study. If you want more like this, comment below and I'll try to make more videos off of this. If you already have a study, send them to me. We'll feature it so that more people get educated. And that's the reason why we create videos like this in YouTube, so that more and more people get educated properly, so that it's not just purely based rah rah rah, not just pure emotion. Everyone wants emotion, but we're giving this out also so that everyone can get to consume and get to learn also wherever you are in the world. And that's why I create daily videos like this. So anyways, let's continue. uh, just to frame everything that she said, this is how it will go. Technical analysis using support and resistance only. No MACD, no moving averages, no ADX, no RSI, no volume-based oscillators. Please remember this. You don't have to memorize all of them. You learn everything and you find what works for you. And for her, it's support and resistance. If you're making money from support and resistance, you don't have to go to the hullabaloo of looking at everything else. You just have to have something that will work for you. Anyways, so technical analysis via support and resistance versus peso cost averaging. Next is the full context of this is buying Ayala Land stock only, and the duration of buying was from 2011 to 2013, meaning the full year, 2011, 2012, and up till the end of 2013. So it's 3 solid years of buying. There were 2 tests done. The first test is 1,000 pesos per buy, 1,000 shares, per buy. So whatever the price of Ayala Land was, they would buy 1,000 shares. Then the second test was case study testing already, was the total spend over this 3-year period would be 800,000 pesos. Then we will revisit it and make a summary which is better, peso cost or support and resistance, via the amount of earnings that you will get on top of this. So just to provide context also, you know me, I'm a very, very big chart guy. So this is how the charts would look like in that specific period of time. So if you did buy and hold, you did peso cost averaging, you did support and resistance, there's one thing that you know. The stock price of Ayala Land went up from 12 to almost 40 pesos per share. So if you had one lump sum, you had an amount of money, and I made a video about this already using MP2, that if you have a lump sum, it will be putting it on a staggered basis. So always know, if you are faced with an option that I have a lump sum ready, I have 1 million, I have 2 million, I have 10 million pesos ready, do I chop it up? No, you don't chop it up. You find and use valuations very well. Find when the dividends are high already, then that's when you start positioning in it, because you will earn more. All right, so let's continue. First test is again 1,000 shares. So are you guys ready? Comment below if you're ready. Comment if you're excited. We've never had any tests like this in the channel for a very, very long time, or we haven't had it. This is a first in Marvin Germo YouTube channel history. So thank you, Patrice, for sending this. Anyways, this is how it looks like. So by the way, my suggestion, by the way, is you can backtest this also. My suggestion, look at the charts as well, so you can also somehow learn this on your own. So this is using peso cost averaging, meaning 1,000 shares a month up until the end of the 3rd year. 15.8, 14.5, 15, 16, 16, 15, 16, 15, 15, 15, 16. So as you can see, the stock prices were very low at that point in time. Then in 2012, it started to move up already, hit above 20. Then in 2013, it started to move up already, etc. Anyways, this is what happened when she did peso cost. The total money that she placed overall, she was able to get 36,000 shares. She made 802,000 pesos. Average cost was 22.28. So when she looked at it, May 10, 2015, the stock price of Ayala Land at that time was 40.4 pesos per share, meaning her 800,000 capital became 1.4 million pesos. Good job! Why? Because it's a fundamentally sound company. So at the end of the day, if you buy something that's fundamentally sound, it will do well also for you, because the name of the game still is buying good companies that are growing. That's why it can never excuse you, people always think, mag-peso cost ako, mag-technicals ako, I'll do well already. No! You also need to know what you're buying. You need to know a good company that will grow over the long term. So 800,000 became 1.4 million pesos. 81%, she had 652,000 peso gain. Now let's look at it using support and resistance. Now she became very strategic. The only time she would come in was when she would use support to start buying. So as you could see here also, the buying would not be every month already. It would just be when stocks hit those support levels. So As you can see here, for the whole month of for the whole year of 2011, she only transacted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that alone, just looking at that, no, it will save you on fees already, because if you transact lesser, you somehow chunk up your fees and you don't have to spend as much. Then on 2012, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, she only had to trade 5 times. So here's what I want to say also. Investing, it doesn't entail that you have a lot of time in your hands. No, why? She only transacted 5 times. Please remember this. She only transacted 5 times. It doesn't make her a trader, but let's see how much she earns after. Then on 2013, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is where it becomes so interesting. Why? Because as she became more strategic, instead of putting it in one go, in staggered basis, she now was putting lots of 117,000, 151,000, 56,000, 23,000, instead of just putting those small amounts at 15,000 pesos per share. Now, same thing, similar as a peso cost averaging example, she accumulated 36,000 shares, but her cost was cheaper, and that's what makes it interesting. Instead of spending 802,000 pesos, your cost is 758. And guys, I'll tell you this, when your portfolio gets bigger, when your money gets bigger, when your money gets more, little costs like that matter. It may not look big at the start, but when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, that hey, malaki na rin pala yung difference niya. So the average cost of doing peso cost is 22.28. Her average cost was only 21. 1 peso difference. Now, the value, of course, is the same, because if they're selling it at the same point in time with the same number of shares, May 10, 2015, but her gain is 92%. Big difference. 81% versus 92%. She earned 695,000 pesos during that period of time. The difference is 43,000 pesos. Bili mo, 43,000 pesos and you even work less. Where can you find something like that? You will not find something where instead of transacting regularly, mas nakakapagod mo yung peso cost averaging, because you have to transact on a regular basis. Here, you just have to be strategic. Where can you find a scenario where you work less? You just have to be more strategic, but you will earn actually more. In life, in work, it always tells you that you work more, you earn more. Here, when you use technicals versus peso cost averaging, you work less, you transact less, you spend less, but you will also earn more. Comment below if this is making sense. Comment below if you want me to proceed to the second test already. So, test number 1, technical analysis, support and resistance beats peso cost averaging. Next, test number 2, total gain 800,000 pesos. Total capital 800,000 pesos. So same thing, she bought 1,000 pesos each per month. Total cost was 802,000 pesos. For her, same thing, strategic, 800,000 pesos also. Same thing, what happened there was she was able to buy more here. She was able to buy 1,000 extra more, and here also she was able to buy 1,000 more also on that particular year. So same analogy, same scenario. She transacted less, she became more strategic. As she became more strategic, she got rewarded with 2,000 more shares extra. So imagine this, if you're very cost conscious, 2,000 extra is a lot of money already. 2,000 shares that could have imagine the impact of that, the dividends that you will get from having 2,000 extra shares without doing anything. Imagine having 2,000 extra shares that because you just studied more, you took the time to study more, you took the time not trying to be like everyone else, you took the time trying not to be average. And look at this, you will earn, the difference now is 82,000 pesos, 660. It's massive, it's big, it's a lot. Imagine this is just doing it from a 3-year period. What if she did it for 10 years? And the results would be different. The results would be much bigger and massive. This does not even include the dividends. Having more shares, having more dividends will and you reinvest it will give you a larger amount of money. So that alone, the first scenario gave you a 6% difference, 43,000 pesos. The second scenario gave you 82,000 peso difference, 12.67%. So why am I saying this? This is not me just saying it, making cuento about. It's really amazing. Technical analysis works. This is the numbers showing you that technical analysis works. What do you have to do? You just have to allot more time to study. It will be not harder, but it will require more effort. But guess what? I've been saying this in my videos over and over. Nothing that's easy easy, nothing that's worthwhile, nothing that will allow you to be financially free is easy. Because if everything else is easy, then everyone would be rich. That's why spend more time studying, less time making reklamo, less time criticizing, less time trying to figure everything out in the economy. You don't have to fix everything in the economy. You just have to fix your own financial economy. I'll repeat it. Do not care about what other people are saying. Do not care about what other people are doing. You don't have to compare yourself with other people. Just focus on your own race. Focus on what works for you. And if you find that support and resistance trading works for you, focus on that, because that's what matters the most. That's how you make money over the long term. Just to summarize everything, in both cases, technical analysis trading using support and resistance beat peso cost averaging with a total gain of 6 to 12%. So there, that's what it is. I want to know your thoughts. Put them in the comment section. Did this convince you to shift from peso cost averaging to technical analysis? That's one. Number two, did you learn something from this? If you learned something from this, comment, I'm learning. Number three, if you want more examples like this, you want more case studies like this, say, I want more case studies. Number four, if you have a case study on your own that you want me also to talk about as well, please message me Instagram or in LinkedIn so we can talk and we can analyze this more. Because really, the heart of all of it is just to spread more and more information to Filipinos that we want to make investing cool. We want to make investing reachable for a lot of people as well. And I'm trying to do this via YouTube as well. But for those who are super serious on learning, trading, and investing, links are down below. All of my seminars around the world: Taiwan, February; March, Manila; April, London; May, Doha and Singapore; June, Auckland, New Zealand; July, Sydney, Australia; November, Doha, Dubai, and Tokyo. So all of that are in the links below. I have online courses as well with Chinkitan, purely Tagalog stock market basic course. I have an English course talking about business, entrepreneurship, and investing with Sean C. They're all in the description. And for those who want to consume via my books, super appreciate it. If you want to learn more and consume via reading, they're on the links below. You can order it via Shopee and they will send it wherever you are in the world as well. And yun, I guess that's it. I hope this video helps you, give you enough information for you to be able to win. We're close to the 18-minute mark. Comment below if you are at the 18-minute. Comment 18 minutes if you reach the 18-minute mark. And I guess that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo, pushing you to study more, because at the end of the day, the stock market is something that's skill-based. You will only go as high as what you learn. You will only go as high as how much effort you put into all of this as well. So I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.